9.7% in a single day. But the real story isn't the pump, it's what's happening behind the scene, and that could decide your next few weeks. If you are hold as happy, the market is changing and its behavior right now. Not emotionally, not with hype, but quietly. And historically, when SRP moves quietly like this, long term decisions are being made. Spot SRPTF recorded first outflow of 40 million on January 6th. After a few weeks of inflows, that shift telling us something important is happening. Let me give you facts. The SRP is currently trading at $2.13 as you can see in the screen as of today. The general form because after the strong rally that pushes it to near $2.40, SRP is now cooling down and consolidating. And that's actually the news. The traders are waiting, not leaving. Here's what matters. SRP outperformed both Bitcoin and Ethereum in early gaining by 25% of Bitcoin and 6%, and Ethereum climbed 10%. The CNBC even called SRP the hottest crypto trade of 2026. But now it's pulling back to the test support levels. Exchange held SRP has dropped to 1.6 billion token, the lowest level since 2018. That's a 57% of decline since October. When supply leaves exchange, it's typically means holders are confident enough to move coin to cold storage. And also worth noting that CME launches a SRP futures in May 2025 and Volatility Shares introduce an SRP future ETF, bringing a institution very legitimacy. The conversation has shifted from lawsuit to actual utility. Let's look at a bullish case first, my friends. The SRP is holding a key support level between $2 to 215 cent. Buyers are stepping in quietly and not aggressively but confidently, while a retail trader sold at 1.85 cent in late December. An institution poured 483 millions into SRP ETF during the same one. That's a classic accumulation behavior. The SRP ETF product have attracted 1.37 billion in accumulative inflow without recording a single outflow day until this week. That's a different from Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF flow, which have been more volatility. The technical setup also look interesting. The SRP is behaving like an asset in accumulation and not distribution. Slow moves, s- low emotion, and a strong base. This is usually how bigger moves start, not with the firework, but with the patience. The SRP is compromising below the major resistance between $3.20 to $4.20, which has kept a previous rallies. If it breaks and hold above this zone, we could see a structural breakout rather than another extension. Now let's stay realistic. The SRP is still inside range. If overall crypto market weaken, SRP will likely to move down with there is no special protection from the broader market pressure. The reason 40 million ETF outflow reflect the profit taking after SRP's strong weekly gain. This could a signal that a short-term momentum is cooling without a fear the catalyst sticks weak. The SRP may stay this consolidation range longer than impatient trader expect. Another risk is if SRP loses the $2 support level, the next test could likely be the $1.96 level. If that fails, we could see a return to the $1.85 to $1.95 zone. If the market remains sensitive to macroeconomic factor, regulatory development, and partially ground cryptocurrency clarity, legalization moving to the Senate will be create volatility. The SRP has proven sensitive this policy headline. Let's talk about a realistic expectation for January and behind. I'm going to give you a guarantee prediction, just probability based on a current structure. The short-term range SRP is likely consolidating between $2 to $2.40 for the immediate future. In a bullish scenario, some analytics like Geoffrey Kendrick at Standard Chartered estimated the SRP could reach $8 in 2026. To the more reasonable near-term target is around $3, representing roughly 58% upside. And sustained break about $3.20 to $4 resistance zone could imply 45% to 90% upside from current level. And even ChatGPT model have made a prediction. The ChatGPT AI model predict the conservative target is $2.15 for January 31st, describing it as a grind rather than explode. The scenario with no major shocks. In the risk scenario, if I talk about, we support our breaks at $2. We could revisit at $1.85 to $1.95 zone before finding a stability. In a base case scenario, SRP remains range bound between $1.80 to $3.20, reflecting the continued consolidation. Here is the bottom line. Today, SRP action is not exciting, but it's important because the market don't move big when everyone is loud. They move when they think go quiet. Right now, SRP is quiet. The SRP has documented history of punishing impatient holder with a long boring consolidation followed by explosive breakout. In 2017, the SRP consolidated for 18 months before surging 101%. More recently, spent near 10 months between 0.50 cent to 0.60 cent before exploding 580% from November 2024 to January 2005. The question is now whether this consolidation is setting up for another move or just another range of extension. Quarter 1 2026 is likely to be a decisive because it will rival whether SRP improve fundamental or can overpower its weak technical setup. If you're an SRP holder, this is a time to observe and not rush. Watch the $2 support level and 2.50 $2.50 resistance. Those will let you which direction this consolidation can break. And if you want calm and daily SRP focus update without any hype, and I make a prediction of SRP videos and the news daily, consider subscribing and cover the facts and technical and the risk honestly. And tell me in the comment, are you holding SRP long term and are you trading this range? I'm curious what your strategy right now. Stay steady. Don't let the noise shake you out of your good position. Don't let the quiet fool you into thinking nothing happening. There's a lot of happening actually going on with SRP. The market is always positioning even when it looks boring. So thank you so much, and maybe within a half an hour I'm going to come up with a more SRP detailed prediction for the January market. Thank you so much.